let's start the chapter 5 of project. Okay, research project, I mean of research project. Oh, research project. Okay. So first, discussion of the result. Second heading will be an implication of the study. And the third, limitation of the study. And the fourth, future recommendation of the last conclusion of the study. You have to cover these all finding, or in other words, you have to answer of these all 5 heading in your last chapter. Last chapter also can call chapter number 5 in your research project. Okay, my dear students. Now, how we can, what is the discussion of the result, how we can understand implication of the study, how we can understand what is the implications, implementation of your result. Okay, it is distributed in the 3, the practical implications, or the maybe theoretical and the methodological implications. I will show you the examples, will give you the sample, will give you the sample, and that sample will help you regarding the writing of chapter 5. Understand, my dear students. I'm going to share that sample with you people. No, no, don't. Okay, dear class. Sorry, yeah. Now I'm going to share the sample of. See, you can see, I think, my dear students. Right? You can see. See. So this is one of the paper or one of the sample for you, dear class. Okay, those are working on employee performance. This report will help them. And also I have another sample for those students, those are working on acceptance of e-learning. See this one. Okay, my dear student. See, this one is emergency e-learning acceptance in the second cycle institution, Ghana, conditional, okay, mediation and so whatever. You can find their research framework. Let's discuss first the employee performance. See, the abstract, hope so you will write the abstract as well in the first chapter, once you have completed your report. Okay, don't forget about the abstract. See, please note this one. Why? Okay, anyway, this is abstract. Maybe it's not working. I noted because here. Okay, my dear students, abstract. See, this is the abstract. Abstract must be on the must have these finding. Purpose of the study, you must write the purpose, and the methodology, maybe in 2 and 3 sentences, which methodology you use, and the finding, the all finding, you have to write in these portions. Then the originality, even if you don't want, this is the implication, by the way, originality or implications, and you must write the keywords enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Your abstract should be okay. Once you have completed your research after the chapter 5, then you have to write the abstract before chapter 1. Understand? Before chapter 1. Please don't forget about the abstract. That's why I extended your project submission date, because you are lacking in so many, in areas. So one of the abstract. No, other one is okay already, introduction or chapter 1. You can say introduction or chapter number 1. The second chapter is belong to literature review. You also can see, okay, research objective. You covered research objective, research question, significance of study, scope of the study in the first chapters. You already covered. Now this is the second chapter. This one is a second chapter. Literature review. Okay, so how to discuss that? And in these chapters, you have to propose the, see, this is the employee performance, work engagement, development of a hypothesis. He developed that relationship. H1, artificial engagement, because work engagement is a DV. Two DVs here. Here is a 2 DV. Here, see, artificial intelligence and the employee performance. See how he discussed it. How he discussed. Okay. Now he proposed the framework. See, this is the framework. 1 IV, 2 DVs in this framework, but we have 3 IVs and 1 DV, right? And the third chapter is about methodology. You already have see, design and the data collections. How you have to mention the population, sample size, sampling strategy, and the questionnaire operationalization of variables, and the data collection technique, which you are data collection methods and the data analysis methods, both. See here. Now this is how to say, he already described here. This is also part of chapter 4, data analysis. The demographic analysis. You people already did the demographic analysis. How many percentage of, see the response rate, 118 people, 47 banking, and the 130 people from different. He mentioned the male. See, 128 male 50% and 1 to female 90%. You have to report the demographic in this way. You can see from here in this paragraph. See, measure of construct. No need this one, non-biased response, no need. Basically, this part is part of data analysis. Okay, here, because he used advanced analysis, but we use the basic analysis and using SPSS. And I already guided you. Data analysis, the results, this is the results. Even no need to see these results, because already I guided you, taught you how to report that. See, testing. See, so our chapter number 5 will start from here. Discussion of the result. Discussion of the result, by the way. Chapter 5, discussion of the results. So you must remember your IV name, IV and the DV. I mean, hypothesis result. You must know. Okay. So, Mahazan, please, can you read the discussion of these results? Please read. Hope you can see. This is a sample for you people. Sample. You cannot see, right? Hope so you can see. Mahazan, can you read from here? Advancement in information technology.
Advancement in information technology has changed the conventional ways of service delivery in service firm. Therefore, banks also start to focus on customized digital services to their customers through the internet. The outcome of this study show that the
AI, artificial intelligence. See, deploying AI mean artificial intelligence. Okay, wait, I'm going to read. See, you can start from here in part of discussion. The outcome of this study showed that the deploying artificial intelligence has a significant positive impact on the employee performance. And same goes with your results, might be your IV, might be readiness. Our study deploying or found the positive relationship between the positive impact of readiness on employee performance, right? Readiness and on maybe student example. I know the actual variables. I forget now. Maybe later when I will have your research project, I can verify. See, so you have to report your IVs and the DV result here in this paragraph. In this study, the intended use of, see, artificial intelligence technology is only in the virtual program and the process, not in the form of physical robots. Then he explaining more the relationship which he found positive. He describing more. Based on the in-depth and detailed analysis, artificial intelligence and its technology offers a wider range of options, benefits, and series improve the employee performance. See, you also can see the improve the performance of employees or maybe acceptance of e-learning. In the service sectors, in the, you can say in the, maybe you may give the your respective your population name, maybe UUM, UITM, whatever you have taken, whatever you are investigating on it. Okay, Indonesian, because they conducted the research in East Java, Indonesia region. In the era of 4.0 industry, many artificial intelligence system owned by the companies, easier to operate, even employees can provide a service to their customer through explaining more. And their smart and gadgets has system. Okay, the deployment of IT in this regard transfer the process and intelligence, optimization, effective, efficient, whatever. Due to its efficiency, quality of motivation, artificial intelligence deployment often covers the entire value chain organization, research, deployment, maintenance, operation, scale, and the marketing, planning, production, the demand forecasting, and the services. This is similar. Then you can match for the previous research. So also can support your argument because you found positive. You also propose in questionnaire. You also propose a questionnaire. Oh, there is a positive relationship between readiness and the employee performance. Oh, sorry, readiness and the acceptance of e-learning. Readiness and acceptance of the e-learning. And then you propose the hypothesis and you found the also positive result. Then you also maybe in report here and defend it and support with the previous study as well, because you are right. So this is also similar to analysis conducted by the Wamba. This is the reference, reveal the witness of artificial intelligence potential in organizations such as increment efficiency, whatever. Explaining more, describing more. I mean, characteristics, advantages of artificial intelligence. You also can present the, advantages of readiness toward acceptance of e-learning. Or same goes with the employee performance, which those people who are working on employee performance. Okay, see here, the finding of hypothesis testing several deploying at positive. Then this is the second hypothesis. Now he discussing second hypothesis. First, he discussed the first hypothesis about artificial intelligence and employee performance. This is the second hypothesis here. Here, see here. This is the second hypothesis, testing the deployment in the significant positive impact on work engagement. See, the 2 DVs. Now he discussing second. So you also can go for, because you have a three hypotheses, right? You have to discuss first hypothesis, second hypothesis, and the third hypothesis. Understand, my dear students? So you can also read this one. Same goes with the other hypothesis. You also can read and get more information from here. This is all about the discussion of the result, how we can discuss. Okay, so this is all about the leadership. See, now the second part, implication of the results, implication of the study or implication of the result. In the first part, we discussed about the implication or maybe discussion of the result. Now implication of result, where you can apply. See, the first one is the theoretical implications. Second will be the practical implications. You also can go for first, maybe practical implication, you may write first, then after practical implementation, you also can go for the theoretical implications, and you also can go for the methodology implications. Okay, see also practical implication, the third one, the managerial implications. This is basically managerial implication, also part of the practical implications. He didn't cover the methodological, But you also can go for the theoretical and the practical implication. That's all. Two implications. You must write the two implications. See how he can write. He wrote. How he wrote. Theoretically, theory. How contributed theory mean in the past literature? No, it will become a for literature for other people, right? Your study will become a literature for other people. See here, our study has a several theoretical implication to be considered in the future research. We used the theory of dynamic capability. He used dynamic capability, and you also use one of the theory to research model. It is one of the first study exploring the role of charge leadership in the moderating factors in here. Might be you also can see your research firm is very unique. Nobody tests before. You are the one tested first time. So this is the theoretical contribution, right? Implication of the contribution, same. To date study from the various disciplines have contributed to our understanding to leadership in the digital area. You also support explaining your argument with the previous study as well. These contributions have varied from the theoretical and the practical implication to methodological advances in the means. You also can read. We found the critical resources. No, I'm here. We found the critical resources as a ability to the use technological and the leader's ability to lead the development. Whatever. How many types you contributed in theoretically in the framework? This is the new framework. Okay, nobody checked these variables before in this framework under this under this theory. This can be your theoretical implications. Now move for the practical implications. How obliging, I mean, where you conducted, suppose you conducted your research in the UUM. So your study, how benefited on how giving benefit to the UUM employees. Can they improve their performance to using your research? Or in respect of the acceptance of the student acceptance e-learning, okay, can they use your research to improve their acceptance toward the e-learning? So here identify some of the practical implications from the two-day finding. It seems that the role of change leadership to improve employee performance and the work engagement level because the implication of use of artificial intelligence and its technology. Some experts argue that due to the technological changes in the communication with a few years, our leader will need to work in an online working environment and the role of leader will change from the traditional leader to the leadering interview who participated in online. See, so this is the contribution. Now, before they using traditional, they were using, okay, we have to go, we have to appear in the interview by physically. No, we can appear from our house to using online technology. So this is the contribution, practical contribution, na? Practical facilitations. Okay. In addition, companies must have find to facilitate their leader to using artificial intelligence and need to provide training and support leaders and using artificial intelligence platform and technology to take the maximum advantage. Here, in the second further paragraph, policymakers are encountering the development of artificial intelligence emergence in technology related to infrastructure. Case in point, Indonesia. See, they are not only using these practical implications. I mean, practical benefits at the UUM. Also, our country management, I mean the prime minister or the ministry also can use your research. Understand? The policy maker. Who is the policy maker? Our prime minister assembly, right? In Malaysia, assembly. So also can go for this one also practical. The second paragraph, you also may go for this one. Now in the managerial, based on result of research in the banking, the service sector, particularly, now he discussing particularly within the UUM because you conducted research in UUM or maybe different group conducted in a different university. Na? They will discuss that university where they are conducted their research. Anyway, based on the result of the research in the banking, the service sectors, because they conducted their research, banking sector of Indonesia, a key managerial implication from the current paper related to the importance of artificial intelligence can help find lost data. See, helping. Number one, find lost data, provide accurate data information, help in making important decisions in the company. Also can help them to taking good decisions, improving their performance, help discipline hard to measure the data, protect the company privacy, help many benefits, many implications. Application of artificial intelligence denotes that use of technology imports to accomplish varied activities, recruitment, selection, many. You also can discuss in respect of your IVs and the DV. I'm just giving you some sample, but different variables, different context of the study. Understand? For your understanding. That's all for the implication. This is the implication. Now we can discuss the limitations. Limitation means any weaknesses which you didn't address, which you didn't address or you cannot address in your study. Okay. Let's see, discuss first limitations. This study has limitation could be addressed with the future research. Okay, first the study limited scope. I mean limited scope. They just cover a specific area. They didn't cover the whole in Jakarta. I mean not Indonesia. Sorry, maybe they just discussed the KIDA in respect of Malaysia. In respect of your study, you are conducting the research in the UUM only. Might be future research, future recommendation. Limitation always remove in the future recommendations. Okay, the future recommendation, because in this study they discuss together. Limitation can be future recommendation for other study. Suppose you just conducted your research in the UUM. You also then this is the you didn't cover the other university, so you have a limited scope. If you want to go for the broader scope, you have to cover the other universities also, Uniperlas, Unimap, okay, UTM, many other universities which are in Malaysia. You also can go for the whole Malaysia. Your scope will be the more. Okay, so but you didn't go for it. Might be you say, okay, we have a limited scope, but future study can cover the other universities as to make the scope broader. Understand? This will be your future recommendation. Okay, see here. Also, East Java Indonesia region concerned about the population represented. Other than that, the respondent of this study are only employees in the banking and the service sectors. Okay, future research. See, these are the future recommendations. First, he discussed the limitations, how we remove the how researcher can remove this study limitations to propose the future recommendation. See, future research can be more interesting if it uses the sample not only of employee companies engaged in the service banking sectors, for those from the various sector of because he conducted only the service sector of banking sector. Maybe future study can go for the multiple sectors, mean manufacturing sectors, and or also can go for the comparison between the service and the manufacturing sector to using this framework. Anyway, so banking sectors, okay, both those from the various sectors of the work expand the scope of the study beyond East Java. Also see the beyond East Java Indonesia to increase the overall understanding. Future study can use the combination of the case study in the depth interview. See, yeah, maybe he used only questionnaire. Maybe future study can go for the interviews or longitudinal. He used cross-sectional approach. Future study can go for the longitudinal. You know, cross-sectional and longitudinal. You must know about one. Cross-sectional, he took one-time data. Maybe the future study will take the multiple data from the same sample. See here, a qualitative examination of employees could be uncertain outcome from the implication. Maybe future study can go for the mixed method, qualitative and the quantitative. Understand? In the further necessary to note that trust has been neglected. Okay, you can read. The main theme I already delivered you. I already taught you. So now the last part of the study is conclusion. The last conclusion. Conclusion of the whole study. See, you also get managing information in electronic format using artificial intelligence and its technology will result in the great effectiveness of organization, especially concerning various resources like time and money. Administrative process involving a high volume of activity, which is increase the burden on every department. However, the digitalization related activities capacitate to reduce the workload of employee professional, improve employee performance, and increase the level of work involved, which otherwise are carried out manually. Yeah, manually they can go for the online. They can use the IT. Change leadership is the first and the foremost pursuance and the promotive process through which managed agents build the understanding of a changing event. Change leadership in artificial intelligence implementation process will be expected to assist in developing a clear vision of what is to be achieved, why the strategic plan is needed. This makes a case for the urgency of the strategic plan period to implementation, building broad coalitions, empowering people to implement the strategic plan, monitoring, communicating the process, implementing the strategic plan carefully, and paying individual attention to those who have problem with implementing the strategic plan. The findings show that the relationship between the use of artificial intelligence in employee performance and job engagement is positively significant. The finding also indicate that change of leadership moderates the effect between the use of artificial intelligence on employee performance and the engagement. The role of change leadership concern the improvement and the enhancement of existing system in organization. It is pertinent to discuss some benefit of using artificial intelligence and the role of change leadership that can further consider it for in-depth future study as well. This is the, see how he covered. He theoretically, he also give the result, he also give the future recommendation in the conclusion. He conclude the whole process in 2 and 3 paragraph. This can be your conclusion of the study. Hope you understand. Same goes with other study. You also can read this study. See the abstract. This is a different style of abstract, but he still first sentence belong to the purpose of study. See that this paper investigate and determine the well-informed study, the purpose of study. Assess the attitude intention. Now he discussing the methodology. See, using data collected 350 student upper than level, this. And the finding, where we can find the finding here. Sub-suggested student also result. See here. Also, the results reveal that student attitude and intention to use e-learning and the moderately affected by the severity of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, there was no significant difference. See, now he discussing the result. So in the last paragraph, might be see, yeah, this paper contributed knowledge by providing evidence to the students. See, the theoretically implication of contribution in last paragraph you have to discuss. Okay, now we can go for result discussions. See, hello, see, this is research framework. Same. See, material and method or research method. Chapter 3, population and sample, data collections, scale measurement. See how he scale measurement and data analysis approach. Which data analysis you use? See, he used smart PLS, but we use SPSS, right? This one the results mean the chapter 4, respondent demographics. See, this is the good. You can follow this template for your project. Demographics. See here, how many percentage? And 51% gender male. Okay, 48% female. And age. See, you also can report your demographic in the same as this table. Author indication atoms. Okay, he also give this one. This is part of chapter 3, by the way. This one can you give? I already taught you how to give the atoms detail. Anyway, descriptive. See, mean, standard deviation, skewness. Basically, no, this is part of chapter 4. Chapter 4. The skewness and kurtosis. Why would he using skewness and kurtosis? For what purpose we are using skewness and kurtosis? Group 2, dua, group dua. Dua. Mazia, are you sleeping? Chakab bole. I cannot hear you. Why he using skewness and kurtosis? See? So, Ismail, I'm wasting my time. For normality of the data. See, reliability and validity. The alpha, maybe what he used, he different, but we used reliability alpha. And this is the relationship. We used SPSS, he used smart PLS. Anyway, don't focus on it. Our main concern is chapter 5, the last chapter discussion of the result. We can find here. Wait. Yeah, here. See? Discussion. Implication, comparison and limitation. Discussion. The purpose of study was to investigate in literature review. See? A pandemic. Moreover, we hypothesize. See? Now he discussing the hypothesis one by one. First hypothesis was, we hypothesize that attitude is significantly predicted by perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use and perceived severity of COVID-19 by students. The study further predicted the student intention to use e-learning after COVID-19 will be influenced by student. Okay, this is different. Okay. From the study result, figure 1 the 3 variables that were predicted, this one. Okay, different. But main concern is he discussing the finding and supporting from the past study as well. You have to read this one. This is for your information sample for you. I'm not going to read the whole. We don't have so much time. So now the second part is implications. Implication. No practice mean or practical. we can say practical implications. See, e-learning readiness. Wow, we have you people. One of your group have this e-learning IV, right? Okay, from the study finding, it's evident that the student in the Ghanaian second secular institution, like those in other development country, intend to use learning system to restart and continue with the education following the disruption by COVID pandemic. See, implications. If they can use, they can control the pandemic, can go for easiness. The institution must have the place in the ICT infrastructure, full support, scale learning, this. See, practically, you may read the whole. The other one is the positive recommendations, cost negotiation, availability relevant, change in attitude, whatever. You may read this one. You may read this one. Now, comparison, maybe he giving you a different comparison, mean the past study, you also can write here after this. After implication, you also can write. So maybe you can go by one. Na? Okay, first apoptosis, give this result. This is also supporting for the previous study. Different paper have a different context, but their themes are main. So here may be implication. See, limitation and future recommendation all be together. Let's see. Mazia, can you read this whole paragraph from here, from start to end? In this study, data were collected using a questionnaire. Please read this one.
Right now, you can hear my voice, sir?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. In this study, data were collected using a questionnaire, which had items that were tested for the first time and may therefore not be standardized. Additionally, the fear and uncertainty of COVID-19 pandemic could affect the response provided by the study respondent. Moreover, the use of questionnaire is prone to social disability errors. There is the possibility that the information provided by the respondents may differ from the actual behavior after the COVID-19 emergency. Finally, data collection involves students of only 3 second institutions, thereby limiting the generalizability of the finding.
Wait. See, he asking. Wait. So from here, from first to till here, the finding, he discussing questionnaire. Maybe can be conflicting, can be this thing. Okay, this one is limitation for this study. Now, future recommendation. What will be the future recommendation? Future study could extend the study to cover more second cycle institution, the large sample and statistical power. I mean more. Maybe he collected small data. He can go for the more scope and the more data, more number of respondent. Additionally, the country in the which study was conducted in the developing country in the Africa, such as geographical, economic, and cultural basis, may have contributed to the outcome of the study. Future study could extend the maybe. Now you are conducting in UUM, maybe the future study can cover the other university and also can cover the other countries as well. This is because you have a smaller scope. Maybe other study can go for the broader scope. Another limitation of the study, force only attitude and tension, technology infrastructure place. Maybe you only use 3 IVs. Maybe the future study can use the mediation and moderation and can increase the IVs as well. Understand? Okay. Now the conclusion here. In this paper, we investigate the factor that, okay, by using data, this, and also study intention for the moderately here. The stakeholders, the education will change. Okay, you may read the conclusion as well. Okay, I already told you. Now back onto the, see, I already discussed discussion, implication, limitation, future recommendation, and conclusion of study through the samples. And these sample I will provide you, okay, on your portal. You may download from your online learning portal for you, and you have to read all those. I mean these 2 samples as well. Now let's go for the report, the final report. The key purpose of, I mean, your final project, when you completed your research after the chapter 5, how your report should look like. The key purpose of any research report is offered to clear description what has been done in the various stages of the research process. Important to identify the specific Okay. Presentation of the result. Basically, these content should be in your, I already, by the way, told you title, research title, executive summary, or maybe abstract. Not here, maybe abstract. Should be abstract. Okay. Yeah, this is abstract. Title, research title, abstract, the table of content. Yeah, table, figures, numbers, and materials. Preface, authorization letter. Then you go for the introductory, chapter 1. Body of the report, I mean literature review, chapter 2. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Zoology. Chapter 3. Data analysis and findings. Chapter 4. Findings, not G. Findings D. Okay, the final report. Here you can save the final report, final part of the report. You can see discussion of the result, implications, limitation, recommendation, and conclusion of the study, chapter 5. Conclusion of the study, chapter 5. Then reference and appendix. Appendix any have maybe that you can label the whole question here for the sample. So these should be in your report. Okay, my dear students. Hope you understand me. Hope you understand me. You have to follow these all context. Further information, maybe, yeah, catastrophe, good report, clarity, concise, coherence, the right emphasize, meaningful, smooth. I mean, your research should be understandable and should be concise and relevant. Don't give the irrelevant information. Oral presentation, describing the content, visual aid, presenter, presentation, hiding question, maybe, but we are not going for your presentation. Otherwise, we must go for the presentation. You have to present your report. Let's see, I will inform you. But for now, you have to complete your report. The main part of today's lecture is this one. This one. You have to cover all 5 things in your last chapter, and then these content, according to these contents. These 2 slides are very important for today's lecture. By the way, that's all for the today lecture. Thank you for your participation.